Hello. Hi. Good morning. Ugh. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to what we were doing yesterday. So, hold on one second, open my giant Red Bull I accidentally bought. Yeah. It's the one problem with sending someone else to go shop for you, is you're not paying attention to the ounce amount. You're like, $5. That's a expensive but regular Red Bull, and then you get it and it's like, oh, here's 20 ounces of Red Bull. It's a big tall boy, and you're like, oh, hello. So yeah. Anyway, take some vitamins. Fucking before I drink this massive fucking beast. So what are we working on today? Today is other nations and things, and we want to fill out some of the ones we already have as well. So, yes. Sorry, I immediately started thinking. Basically, I want to. I had an idea. Rather than country out every single thing, what if this entire lower set, like basically from here to here, this entire lower continent is basically also inhospitable, and it's inhospitable desert, maybe from like here down, and then right here, this is where I was gonna do it. Water. I need a lake tool. Roughness a little lower. There we go. For size. Hold on, let me zoom out. Right, that's too large. That's a very large lake. Right about here is a lake, and on it is basically a city that's built up around it, and that small city state has, like, you know, a region around it. Can I? No. Okay. So we're gonna go with. One second. Okay. So I was gonna put basically right here a city-state in the middle of this desert that no one lives in, you know? Trying to decide. Sorry, chewing. The vitamins. I'm trying to decide if I want it to be like, oh, the desert nation has claimed this entire area, or if I should say, like, no, they're just sitting here. No one has claimed this area because it's a nightmare to try and uphold. And then what's to stop Dash Creek from just pushing in and saying it's theirs, you know? Because they would. So I might put another nation here of some kind. Yeah, I don't hate that idea. Well, while I think about that, I do have some other places that I've added, or some other people that I've added we can talk about real fast while I'm thinking. So basically, yeah, anyway, so basically, I've added Alkim. Obviously, there's not a lot here for Alkim. But Alkim is your classic, like, you know, deserty kind of area with yeah, but with a focus like I'm looking at pre-plague Middle East, where it's like it's the bastion of science and understanding, you know. um do a little bit of a both a subverting expectations and a following expectations. Or people who know anything about history know that this is a thing, so they won't be surprised. People who don't know will be like, oh wait, the normally religious place is like the bastion of science, and it's like, yeah, well, they were like that. Fun fact about that, I don't know how true this is, but I was told by a history professor once that you can see when Western society and basically the plague caused Western society and the Middle Eastern societies to swap their religion for science and their science for religion right when the plague happens. So plague happens in both places because the plague was huge, and they were trading and things through the Silk Road and whatever. And at the time, the Middle East is very science, like wash your hands, stay away from each other, whatever. But people don't listen, and it doesn't, or no, people do listen, but it doesn't matter so much because the rats and the fleas and the rats don't care if you wash your hands; they'll still bite you, you know. So people are still getting the plague after they try all the science stuff. In Europe, they start with religion. Things go bad, they're like, oh, God is punishing us. So they go hard on the religion aspect of it. And that doesn't work out. So both ways, they're like, oh, this doesn't work. So they try the other one. And when they try the other one, the plague happens to peter out and finish, as a lot of diseases do eventually. And especially ones that kill so readily. They kind of kill themselves in that way. And so... but when the Middle East tries the religion, it goes away. And when Europe tries science, it goes away. So by a mere happenstance of what they were before and what they ended up with, we end up with what we think of as like, oh, all the thinkers that we have, all the scientists are all like originally from like Western culture or whatever, and then we think about all the like the religious folks from the Middle Eastern cultures. But I mean, algebra, like basically all math, a lot of science, a lot of astrology, that kind of stuff is all them, and it's all Middle East first. And the plague fucked them up. Not that there's, let me be clear, not that religion is inferior. They both have their own place. They are non-overlapping. They do not fight for the same ideas, but not the same ideas. But they don't. You can be both religious and be a person of science. So look at the Vatican. You know, like they have a bunch of astrologists and things that are looking at other planets and going like, "Wow, I hope there's life out there," because it's like, to them that just shows that there's more of a creator being. You know. So anyway, I'm getting distracted. My point is, Alkeme, bastion of desert and alchemy. What's funny is that they are still religious, though, because of how alchemy and science works. If we go over to the God family tree, you notice, I was already looking at this, there's a goddess of alchemy, and there's a god of invention, and like there's a god of skeptics. Like there's a bunch that are around. Ooh, wait, I've just had an idea. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm looking up hex codes right now. Okay, the idea was basically a nation that is entirely like tropical vacation-y thing. Put that over here. It's very small. Let me scroll. Here we go. Tropical vacation-y thing. Put that right here. And that, I don't know what it's called yet. That's backwards. I don't know what it's called yet, but they are like, hey, we're going to go here and just hang out on the beach. It'd be really funny if it was just the beaches. Like, it was cut out and they're their own independent nation from whoever is next to them. Like, they can't get them back because they signed some sort of treaty or something forever ago. And the wording of it made it so that they owned all the beaches. I might leave room for, like, one port, like a shared port, potentially. Because there had to be some sort of deal there, but I might not mark it. It might just be, like, a port that they're allowed to use. See, and this is where silly ideas come from, and then there's really flavorful, weird stuff here. That's the kind of shit I'm into. Anyway, so the point is, we'll map out Elkeem in a second. I'm still not sure whether I want it to be just a lone city, sort of a bastion in the otherwise unbastionable desert. Treaty. And they have their own little space over here that's not. There we go. Treaty. I don't know what that is, but that's funny to me. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's all coming together. Kind of looks like a sperm. Oh, you can't see what I did. I did all that, you couldn't even see it. Here's what I'm giggling about. I accidentally made a little sperm, but here's the little, like, this little area. It's like, this is an independent country that owns this coastline. Mostly. There's some space here, but they mostly own the coastline, and maybe it was some treaty they've made with whatever nation is going to be, like, right here. I'm keeping the rest of these very small. Some of them are, I want the big ones to be big, and I want it to feel like that they're big. You're like, okay, these are important ones. These are big ones. Yeah. So then you have lots of smaller nations. Okay. I still don't know what to do with Elkeem. I'll keep thinking about it. Okay, let's put up here. I want a sort of mountain nation. We're gonna get more mountains, so set. No, just mountains over here. That's right. Bonk. Okay. Big mountain. Who dis? Can I make it bigger? Why can't I scroll half the time? What is happening there? Whatever. 100. I was going to put the Shattered Nation up there, but I think I'm going to put it, like, around. Oh, maybe it was, like... No, I don't want it to be like the Dwarven Empire, but I do like the idea of a... Alright, here's the plan. Bonk. And then we get about 55. And then we do the same thing over here. Call this. We call this the Valley of Iron. There we go. That looks a little like I placed it down, which is not what I want. I want it to look like a potentially naturally occurring thing. So let's add some more mountains in. Damn it, that long one is really fucking me up. There we go. So this is taking up more space than I had originally anticipated, but it's fine. So this should probably go up to the coast too, just a little bit. Taking a lot of space up with these mountains, but it's gonna make it so much more flavorful. You know what? No, that looks fine. There we go. And then right up in here is a capital of some place. I'm gonna say this region is the dwarven area. Basically, I want a place where dwarves hang out that's like the known smithing zone or whatever. Hold on. One of these is wrong. It's too deep in there. There we go. Well, now it matches too much with that one. There we go. That looks better. Your world. Speaking of Elden Ring, by the way, I didn't really speak of it, but the music came up. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a full run of something, and I'm very tempted to just do a Souls-like run from beginning to end. Like, see if I can get my hands on Demon Souls. Probably can't, but you know, like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, you know, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I just do Dark Souls, or maybe I just do another Elden Ring run. I've been wanting to do another Elden Ring run. I miss Elden Ring. Elden Ring's been my bread and butter. I used to stream Elden Ring like every day, and I haven't streamed Elden Ring in a million years. So, yeah. Anyway, this is the Valley of Iron. That's the main mountain. This is Grimge's, whatever I called it in the notes. Let's go look. There's a mountain down here. Or is it in geographical? Not cultural. Nature. Grimge's Anvil. Yeah. And this is the Narvok mountain range, I think. Yes. See, I already had some of this written. I already knew some of this would exist. So, we have the Narvok mountain range, which is all of this. Then Grimge's Anvil is here. Like, that's this particular mountain. I believe their capital could be named like Forge Home or Anvil Home or something like that. You know, I'm doing very classic dwarves here. All right. Everything else is weird. I want to give more anchors of like, hey, these are classic dwarves. Except that my dwarves are made of stone. They have stone skin, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So let's fill out there. Let's region them up. Let's see, here's a nice gray. I'm looking like just like a bunch of hex code, like a list of colors with their hex code listed. A nice like blue gray, like an iron color, and that could extend too far past the mountains. That's pretty much their territory. So we do one of these. I don't know who they're sharing this territory with. This is theirs. And now the annoying part of doing the whole coastline. Let's go! It'll look great, though. Also, I might go through and I might change all the words to not be the color of the nation. I know it looks better overall, like with the nations there, that like it has the colors of the nation, but it looks worse when you turn off the country codes, you know? I might make a second version of this map that just has the what's it called? That doesn't have the nation stuff on and doesn't have any of the, like, the countries listed. It just has the cities, so it's like a weird version of the map that's like, oh, you know, here's the world. You don't need to see the country dividing lines because it doesn't really matter for the average citizen, you know? They don't own that island. I don't know who does. They don't. They don't care about it. They don't need it. What's it for? Nothing. Plus, they'd have to, like, really push through mountains to get there, you know? Yeah, so they don't give oh shit about that island. It is so unimportant in the grand scheme of things. Cool. There's that. Cultural. We are calling this. I'm gonna duplicate Alkeem just because it's mostly empty. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. We are calling this the Iron Valley, or the Valley of Iron. Yeah. No. Does the nation itself have a name? Did I give the dwarves a language? Hold on. I didn't. I wrote nothing about the dwarves. Okay. Valley of Iron. You know what? That's how it's going to be. It's going to be called the Valley of Iron because they just named it Valley of Iron and it got translated directly into Valley of Iron. Hey, Red Panda. How's it going? A valley housing single city of craftsmen. You know what? I'm taking away the dwarf angle. City of dedicated craftsmen. Yes, it was founded by dwarves, but the world has become much more metropolitan since then. So, like, it just has the name Valley of Iron. It's just really, it's not really even a nation. I mean, it is a nation, but it's like only a nation in that a lot other nations respect its sovereignty so that they get their goods. You know, like that kind of thing. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. See, if I turn this off, then all the colors are weird. And so I might go back to regular default colors. What is the default color of this? Hold on. Hold on. Damn it, it's doing it green now. Because I clicked into it. City. There we go. It's this weird brown. Which, honestly, makes sense. Okay. If I go into this, and let's say I make this brown, I have it written down. How does this look if all of this is brown, and then therefore readable? Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, I'm already liking all of it being the same color, and it'll make it easier for me. Like, the countries can have their colors, but, like, across the board, like, hey, this is just what this is here. That's so much nicer. I don't know what I was doing with the colors there. I was trying to make it look cool and colorful, but it made it feel weird, and it made it feel like less like a drawn map once I mean the font is already doing that a little bit just because it's obviously a font and not handwriting, but it did not help that I was doing that. So now when I turn off the regions, boom, it just looks like they're, you know, written there as a thing. And then we'll obviously get other things going on like trees and stuff, but we're not there yet. I haven't treed it. You know what, actually, let's give it a little taste. Let's do some trees for let's do some trees for Avalon. Cedar, oak. Yeah, oak. Can I like multi, or is it all just oak? Oak, pine. Oak is really what we're going for here. Smaller though, smaller. So let's say they've got a really dense forest right here. We're still gonna scatter them out elsewise, but I want there to be real dense forests about. I don't know what that forest is called, but there's one there, and then there's one here. And then up in this zone, all forest, baby. All forest. Let's make it look less round, so it's less like I fucking took a forest brush tool. There we go. Forests. And then we... The two... There we go. No, that's not enough. Alright, that's too much. Whoops. Trees. Let you know this is tree zone. And the question is, how does that look with this off? Not great. Hold on. Let's undo my tree. Oh god, that's a lot of. There we go. There we go. All right. I'm good. I'm feeling better. I'm eating right now. I have 7 days free than a D&D session as a player, so I can't really complain. Hell yeah, that's a good fucking. That's good. That's excellent. I am jealous. Played as a player in a while. Okay. What was the placement rate I did on these? It's back to okay. It was 1, right? Placement density. Yeah. What does the spray brush do? Well, oh, that's fun. Actually, hold on. Hold on, we're onto something here. It looks so much better than what I was doing earlier. I really want to be like, hey, there are trees here. Some dense areas, some less dense areas, but it is tree zone. Spray brush turned that down. King's Rest has some clearing on it. And if there's any, like, civilizations, I'm like, hey, I want to put a town here or whatever, I'll just clear the trees out in that spot a little bit, you know? Hell yeah. Okay. Do I have, like, dead trees? Is that a thing? Playful grass, marshy grass. I want, like, more drawing-looking stuff. It doesn't look like there's a lot of nice dead trees like I want. I don't want... See, I want palm trees, but I don't want them to be colored in. This is a problem I'm gonna have. Let's see. I'm gonna go to Cartography Access. Cartography Access is a great website that like sells Wonderdraft things, but they also give them for free, which is nice. Fleshscape. That's not what I need. I just need trees. Custom trees. Yeah. There's a wetlands one. That's kind of what I was looking after, but I really just wanted trees. This is like really small scale. Okay. It's not exactly what I was after. they're all like colored and stuff. Damn. All right. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about making Mortaris look more interesting. I'm definitely gonna give it water, I think, for sure. But beyond that, I don't know. Do I have jungly trees over here I can put down that are like color-inable? Wait, maybe I should add some more like, no, wait. Wait. These? Does that fit? Or does that look weird? They're like random other trees. That looks a little weird. See, this is the style of tree that like it wanted to give me, which is honestly probably what I should be doing with a map this large. It's a big fucking map. Well, I'd probably turn it up a little bit. Yeah. Like that. Because legitimately, this is a huge map. These trees. Hold on. Yep. Let's try it out with the small ones. See how it looks. Whoa! Don't get rid of those mountains. I need those. I can always put it back. Okay. Tree. Like this. Spray brush. I could always, Here we go. That looks like random garbage. I know I'd erase the sides, but like, nah. It was a thought. Let's put in the back. Put the big trees back. It's all representational anyway. It's fine. Just wish I had more of these. Whoa. Because, like, this, way too fucking big. Wait, like, I want little palm trees on the, whoop, shit. You know, little palm trees along the coast. Jump. Then they're colored in, and I want it when I turn off the regions, so it'll all be like one color, you know? A la Lord of the Rings style, you know, map. So that is something I'm going to have to figure out. Right now Avalon gets trees. I don't know what the rest of this is going to look like. Where are Lyric's trees? Lyric's tree. Okay. It's like big mountainous. Whoa. Symbol scale 10, please. Thank you. Placement density lower, please. I'm gonna move that one tree. Just trying to give him a little more life. And the center, fucking death. Uninhabitable. Don't go. You. Okay. Cool. Well, that's something. I'm getting hella distracted, but, in fact, what am I, hold on. These trees should exist outside of the nation. You know? Like, it's not like the nation's borders stop trees from growing. Right? Yeah, duh. Obviously. Come on. Soul upper areas, these trees. There we go. Bonk. Oops, wrong thing. Bonk. Put a little. Let's put a really dense forest here. I don't know what this. Well, that's just a brush tool forest. There we go. I don't know what this is, but it's a scary one. Spooky. Okay. A couple extra little random forests in the area because, you know, there should be some very dense, notable forests about. One here. Small one. There we go. Cool. This is so dense. I need a name for this mountain range. It's fine. Processing. Okay, over here we could do some stuff. We've got some two-min forest, two-min pine forest. Yeah. This is like this is the way a lot of them do their maps, where it's like, oh, very representational, like, hey, there's a forest here, you know. That's leaves, but what is this? Bamboo. Oh, you know what? I am actually gonna use that. Kind of looks like it's hairy. Maybe I won't use that. I will do, however, cool, like, make this bigger. Wait, hold on. Better idea. Whoa. Put this here, and then we have little... Is this hills or mountains? Hill. Wait. Oh, wait. Ooh, wait. Bonk, pink. Scale. All things a little island, little rocky. Not all of it. All right. And then we get some hills on there. Whoops. That's not what I wanted at all. Symbols. Mountains. Sand dunes small, sand dunes large. Okay, we'll start with the mountains. Yeah, I should be doing... This is a good thing I turned off the regions, because without... if I'm not paying attention, it's very easy to just give certain regions, like, hey, here's your... here are your trees for this one, you know, where this one nation gets these trees and no one else does. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Bring back my mountains. A little hills along the mountain to make them feel more blended into the environment. There we go. Making it look like a real place. We're getting there. Oh, mountains. Also important for Jotunheim, I forgot. Penciled mountains large. Mountains all along the top here. Norgard is safe from incursion a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to say there is a single mountain range that mountain range continues along the more northerly side of the land. The coast. Can I fit? I want to fit a thing on that piece of land. I don't know if it's possible. That's just a bad enough shape that like nothing will look good on it. Oh, that's close. Here we go. Okay. This is looking more like a thing. It's looking more like a map and less like a chart. The regions are nice. I'm definitely not going to keep them on all the time. If I'm doing like... In fact, if I'm doing trees and the like, I'm probably going to do more stuff where it's like, oh, here's... It kind of bleeds into this area kind of thing, because that's just how land works. Just because the country says it goes there doesn't necessarily mean that that's the end-all be-all. God, I would love to give better trees and stuff for this, but I got nothing. I don't want tree clumps. I just want trees. What do I got here? Wait, inked palm. Hold on. I should have been reading. Simple scale up. Up. Oh, it's inked that way. Wait, does that mean there's toon palm, inked palm? I don't want inked. Gosh dang it. I wasn't reading wrong. Shoot! I want different trees. What assets do I have on right now? Because I know I have some. Okay, I got all these. I guess I never ended up with the pirate one? I thought I did. Wasn't clear. You know what? Hold on. One second. I'm buying the pirate pack. It's $5, and I meant to buy it a million years ago, and I guess I never did. Because I had all the other packs. And I will live with $5. I'm gonna have to like reopen download. Yes. Okay. Assets. Where did I store these? Menu. Premium art packs. Yeah, I knew about that. That's not what I wanted though. I accidentally unchecked the one that says dangerous to uncheck. Cool. Menu. Preferences. Advanced. No. Hotkeys. Performance. No. You can make like water move and stuff, I think, in actually you can in Dungeon Draft, which never made sense to me because it's like you can't, like, I don't know, you can't play a game on it. I don't know, whatever. Import. No, that's for maps. Assets. I forgot where I put my assets. Under draft, custom assets, where to go. Okay. Give me 1 second. run. Open this up. You can't see what I'm doing, but that's intentional. Wonder draft. Assets. Bump, 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 bump. Official premium pirate pack. Importing. Did I save my map before I closed it? Did it crash? Or did I close it? I don't know. We'll find out. I hope I saved it. I'm now not so sure I did. Fingers crossed. Fuck. Fuck. Damn it. I guess it crashed because I don't remember closing it. That's so unfortunate. Ugh. Hold on. Auto backup every 5 minutes. Jesus. Okay, so we'll have to do all that again. But we know what we're doing now. We know generally what we want to do, although I am sad that I lost my mountains up here. Fine. And it didn't import. Oh, no, it did. I just didn't have to check it. Okay, yeah. Reopen the map. Big ass sigh. It's fine. It's fine. We'll put it all back. You know, I thought I had saved it. I have been saving it regularly. I had autosave on. I just dumb. Where's my trees? Is that what I got? Leafy tree? Is that the tree I got? Said you gave me new colorable trees. Where are they? Where are they? Check here. Did they put them in here for some reason? Are trees in here? Actually, they're not listed. Weird. I'm gonna just close it out again, start it back up. As long as we're having to do it all over. Bop, bop. Oh my god. Okay. Is it there this time? That's not what I wanted. Assets. Check. On. The map must be saved and reopened for the tools to reflect the change. Okay. Save. Open. Oh. Open. Homebrew. Wow. Crazy. Okay. Now is it there? Okay, let's check the trees. This is how we'll find out. It looks the same to me. Hello? Hello? Close it out. We did save. The music is already calming me down. It's just trees and mountains. We're good. Oh, there it is. Loading it. It's loading the pack. It's loading the pack. Excellent. Now it'll be there. Symbols. Tree. Oh, look at that. What did I just pay $5 for? Some fucking, some fucking, what's it called? Some tropical trees? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off the fucking... I don't need this. It's a little... I was gonna do beach, but you know what? Hold on. Spray brush. Bonk. Dense? It should be dense. Dense as fuck, boy. I need a smaller brush. I see some that have gone off into the water. We'll fix it. Okay. And then we have that bleed a little bit into this. We want our trees ignoring, there we go. That looks a little silly. I don't know why I look, you know what? It's because there's no clearings. Hold on. Boom. Bam. And then there's one. Whoops. Their capital. I haven't put their capitals in yet. I'm gonna put that here. And Artuga. Oh wait, hold on. Put that back. Put this clearing here. Artuga's capital is also on the coast, right there. And then we'll also put some random, because there are other places. Can I put smaller holes? Make it look a little less even, you know? There we go. I have a sinus infection. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, you just, the world, not just the world, the body has decided, fuck you in particular. So forest, dense forest there. Some dense forest here. Again, let's make it not look like I have a forest tool going on. That's my biggest pet peeve when I'm making my own, like, stuff, is when I make a thing, and it very much, you can tell, I just pressed the forest spray brush button. Yes, I will move the trees that are in the wrong spot. I want it to look real. Like a real forest. Or something like that. Oh, you know what? I'll mix some of these in. Put some of these in here, too. Or shit's getting real fucking weird over here. Where two very different biomes are colliding. This is like tropical fucking South America, and then up here's England. Why is this here? Why are you so big? You know what? Avalon needs its own mountains. Let's do Swell Mountains. Spray brush? No. No. I like putting mountains on the northern end of things. I don't know if you can tell. Let's give them a weird range. Along here, and then they cut through this. Kind of hard to see amongst the trees. And then another one up this way. That is also weird. I would love to just remove the trees. I think because it's a symbol. Oh wait, no, I can just move them. Just give the mountain some space, you know? Some breathing room. This looks silly, hold on. There we go. Okay, same thing over here. Just let them breathe, boys. Let the mountains breathe. Come on. Give them some room. Can you tell I've been looking at orc stuff recently? Ta-da! Oh, that reminds me. I'm very talented at being sick. That's what you give him some breathing room, boys. So, there we go. See, now we're already adding new stuff. Like new mountains that weren't there before. I still don't know what I'm going to do about the trees in Mortaris, but I'll figure it out. Oh, you know what I did want to do, though? Hold on. Water. Saw you playing Planko 2 yesterday. I was? Planko 2. Planet Coaster 2. Yes, I was like, Planko. What's Planko? Dead trees, sticks. I know, I wanted dead trees and sticks, but I can't find dead trees and sticks. It's awful. Roughness. Detail? What does the detail do? Whoops. Let's turn it down. Fuzzy? Sharp. Okay. That's what it does. Actually, wait. That's too sharp. Go back to water. Water. Give me this. And I haven't put any rivers in yet, by the way. I will be doing that. I haven't done it yet. Rivers will add a lot as well. Detail 0. Better or worse? Detail 3. It looks more pixely with 3. Mortaris is a land of lakes and weird fuck. That looks silly. That looks like it has a disease. Let's give it some big. Let's give it a bigger lake or 2. Really fucking. There we go. Give Avalon a lake or 2 while we're at it. Make it a different size though. Give Avalon one really big lake. Right fucking here. Can't even see it. The trees are in the way again. Windrose. Whoa! Whoa! Bigger. Bigger. Outer radius 4,000. Bigger. Yeah. Not big enough. Wind only comes from one spot. I know this is not how this is used at all, but looks cool. Looks cool. Freshwater brush. Oh, interesting. Lake stamp. And I did want... That's right, I put a single... water appearance. Water hue? Whoa. Don't do that. Do not do that. Okay. I want a single... Bonk. They're all the same size. Hold on. That's too big. Chunk. Here we go. We'll come back to that later. That's the lake of the desert. Okay. Let's put one here. And something over here. Oh no, my fucking sperm is gone. For people who weren't here, I will explain. I made a little country that was like just the coastline with a little bulb here of like, oh, this is where we actually own, but the rest is coastline. Like they made a treaty with this country to just have the coastline. It was like a deal a long time ago, and I forgot it's gone. Damn it! Not the sperm. Let's put a big fucking lake here. Okay. Let's put the mountains back. Oh no, all of Ryushima's gone too. Fuck. Damn it. Alright, let's start with Ryushima's mountains. Let's just, because it's easy. They're over here. Chinese mountains. Bomb, bomb, beam, bomb, beam, beam, bomb, bomb. It's gonna look so different. I liked how it looked. Anyway. And then I had some here. And then some here. Thankfully, the labels go over it. Okay. They look like little spermies. I'll draw it again, and you'll see what I'm talking about as soon as I do it. You're like, oh, yep, yep. You'll understand. You'll understand. Little hills to blend the mountains in a little bit more. And then, what's this? Swirly clouds, swirly clouds. I want to put some swirly clouds around the... I want to put them swirly clouds around the... Around them, on top of the mountain. On top of the mountain. Bonk. Okay, wait. Bonk. We'll move them up. Why does the author suddenly change their art style for this section of the world? Don't ask. But it looks good. It really gives the idea across, you know? Can I get like one behind? No, they're all... Hold on, what if this one is 2? That doesn't work. Unless this one is... Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. It's like in between the mountains. Look at that. We're fucking cool. Let's see, let's do that again. This one is also -3. So this goes on top. But then this one goes on top. But then this one goes on top. But then this one goes on top. Top. Well, now this is stuck behind everything. Right, there we go. Put this shit on top. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. The next tab over is what you want, the layer tab. Don't worry about it. Wow, that's so nice. Anyway, you don't need it. We don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Okay. Cool. Cool beans, beans that are cool. Let's do a quick little save. Put the Valley of Iron back. Yeah. It's time. Now it's officially mountain time. Okay, this wasn't the right mountain. Give me the right one I wanted. There it is. The big boy. This is large, right? Yeah. Boom. And the rest are a little smaller. Oh, I said a little smaller. There we go. A very large central mountain. And then a fuckload of other mountains. Well, I want this to follow the curve of the world a little bit. We do a shrink into, and then this will not follow the curve until a little bit later. It's a little wider than it once was. A bit of a wide corridor. But that's fine. Try to cover up the fact that I could just move this. It's like two of the exact same mountains stamped next to each other. I was like, I don't like that. Okay. And then this went this way before. Now this was all mountains and no lake before, but I like the lake now, so we're keeping it. There we go. I don't know what that lake that's gonna be, but there's a lake there. Very big lake, by the way. Like, just comparatively, if we look at size, right? Is there like a measuring tool? Use map scale units. This map is 142 miles, or this lake is 142 miles across, you know? Like, Avalon itself, only 400 miles across, you know? I mean, it's still 1.9 million square miles, but Artuga and Zarek, 200 miles. This is fucking giant. This is almost as big and wide as some of these countries. It's a big, damn it. It's a big lake. All right. Can I get rid of my drawings now? Clear. There we go. I was like, how do I remove? There we go. Okay, so this over here is going to be, this Grimge's Anvil, and this is the Nardoc Mountains range. We already have that written down in our notes. I think I'm going to, I might make a new island somewhere. I don't know. That's just underwater. I don't know where to put it yet. I have an underwater civilization that I haven't decided where they go yet. I guess I don't really have to decide until they become relevant in that way. But still, I want to think about it. Okay, Jotunheim means all of its stuff back. Its trees, its mountains, whatever. We'll start with mountains, because they are big and important. I want these to be, like, basically of a similar size and shape as, what's it called? To the mountains right over here. Like, it's sort of the same, almost the same range. It's not the same range, but, like, you could be forgiven for believing that it's of the same, like, mountain range, you know? Actually, I might just connect it. Kind of fun. Damn it. I hate when I like put two of the exact same stamp like next to each other immediately. I'm trying to put a thing here. That's close enough. Whoops. There we go. Whole area, mountainous as heck. I don't know what's gonna go here. Something. And then let's give it a non-coastal range. Let's have this like extend out a little bit. Because mountains do that. Give it another little valley. Okay. Tree time for now. Pretty much did all the mountains I want. Oh, wait. You know what? While we're here, save first. Then we, where's... Playful Jagged Peaks. Playful? What makes them playful? Oh, okay, I see it. Playful Rounded Mountains. Those are fun. Don't want that. Playful's evil. Sand dunes large. Can I just place these randomly, or should I, like... Should I indicate desert by having them act like mountains? Like, what's the best way to use these? That's the real question. Bonk. Because they feel like they work like the mountains, where it's like, oh, here's a desert, but, like, I also feel like I want to just put them sort of randomly about. Like, ooh, dunes, you know? I'm gonna go to the store and buy some books to make myself feel better. Hell yeah. How was, oh, you're going, never mind. When you come back, tell me about how you've been feeling about Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I've been liking it. I played about 5 minutes, but I've been enjoying it. I'm actually probably gonna play that after I'm done doing this. That was probably the plan, honestly. Which is world building in its own kind of way. Alright. Okay, fuck mountains for now. Fuck them. Let's do trees. Let's give me back my trees. Oh, right. I forgot. I think they were this small, right? They're gotta be. Silgard had... We're just gonna put a fuckload of trees down and then erase what we need to. Or move them. Keep the same density, you know? Put a forest here last time. Oh, right, there was a forest here. That was what was up there. Like, there was something there that wasn't a lake. I don't remember what it is. There's a forest. We'll put that here now. Really dense-ass forest right here that leads into the lake. Jotunheim gets trees a little bit here and here and here. And then Dutch Creek gets the same trees. They come down a little bit. They are more northerly trees, though. Very dense right there. A little forest. And a little forest. Yeah. Basically at this line. What do these look like? I make these bigger. That's what I want over here. Hold on. Placement density. Lower, please. Christ. Hold on. Mortaris has got this, like, swampy mangrove stuff. Yeah. Apply. Random sections just don't have trees. Okay, yeah. You need one of those mangroves, yeah? Density, lower. Let's get them all along here. Too far. Swamps go deep. It's not just whatever's in Mortaris. It's swamp. Okay. Then back to palm trees over here. I'm gonna adjust this, honestly. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use this tool in a very weird way. Okay. I'm gonna get palm trees here and here. With that. With this. Everything that's not a palm tree, it's getting put in the center. Well, honestly, it's getting deleted. I'll just do that ahead of time. Get all the palm trees over here. Delete everything else. Take all the palm trees. Give nothing back. Alright. Scroll out. Boom. Ciao. Grab you guys. Can I duplicate? No. Nope. That's just what I'll do. I'll just do this, and every time it's not one of these, I'll put it, not a palm tree, I'll put it over here. Beep, boom, jump, jump. Fuck the brush. We don't need the brush. We just do this. Wish it was like Dungeon Draft where I could like choose the assets I want in that brush. Okay. Put some palm trees mid so it feels a little less like I just put them on the... Damn it. Like I just put them on the... Because I did. Alright, I'm stealing a couple of these palm trees over here. Bump. Beam. Bump. Cha. 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 Boop. There we go. Let me take one of these. Well, pow. We go over here. Pow. Look at that. Gaming the system. Alright. Trees. For the rest of the trees, I'm going to want a mix of some pine at 10? 15. Does this match the size of the rest of these? Yeah, 15, really. Let's do 10. Spray brush. Spray brush size big. Bonk. Placement density lower. Placement rate lower. Does placement rate affect... Oh, it's the speed at which... Okay, okay. So that doesn't matter so much. Just filling in the rest of this area. Trees, I want them to mix in a little bit. Okay, I know. Trees in the water. We'll get there. Have some other trees in there. And we'll just erase stuff. Right now, it's just a smattering of random garbage. We will erase it when it becomes relevant. Here we go. So take our little eraser tool. I'm just going to erase the ones that have gone off the rails. Yeah. And then, let's say Dash Creek is over here. We take this and we erase a little section around where it should be. Like anytime there's a city, we just go through and we erase a little bit of, and there'll be like little holes and stuff. Like over here in Norgard. Don't need trees on top of Norgard, you know? Siddlegard also has a little clearing. See, this is so much better doing it without the regions on, because I would definitely get distracted and be like, oh, the regions. Like, however, I will, just for the sake of clarity, move these trees just so you can see that there's a weird, like, you won't be able to tell here. It just looks like the trees, but there it just gives a little bit of clarity on the weirdness of that border. There should be more mountains. I have decided. No brush. Let's put some. Oh, those are small. Put some here. I really like my coastal mountains. I don't know if you could tell. And then give a small range that starts here and moves across here. Yeah. And then splits off. Maybe, hold on. I have an idea. It's possible that, like, there's another range here, and that's why Tosh Creek is the way it's shaped. Because some things are going to be like, oh, this is why this is shaped that way, you know? But it's just the way of things. Okay. This looks weird because there are like 3 of the exact same stamp there. Okay, hold on. There we go. Looks a little better. Creating a lot of weird valleys. That's fine. I'm gonna say that part of what makes this deserty are a set of mountains that sort of block the wind. You know? You know how mountains do. They cause deserts behind them or whatever. These are getting ignored by the have been colored in because they're a layer above the region, I think. That's really funny. Elden Ring sound. It's the bit where he's like, Sir Gideon Ofnir, the like, oh, Sir Gideon Ofnir, like that old shit. Oh. Alright, I want to play Elden Ring again soon. Even if I don't do it on stream, I'm making a new character. I'm deleting one of my old characters because I've got several high level. Hold on, I'm looking at something wrong with this. 2025 Elden Ring level 4 co-op. I want to be able to help people. What's the current co-op range? Summon range. 90 to 200. 90 will lean heavily towards mid-game bosses. 120 plus randomly favors the higher end-game bosses. Around 200, you start to see early mid-game bosses, as well as heavily favors DLC bosses. Interesting. I just want to know, like, 130 is pretty close to optimal. So like 145. I'm gonna give it, yeah, we're around 45, 145-ish. All right. Just making reference to myself. Okay. I still don't know how to use these dunes. Wonder draft. How to use dunes. See if anyone used. Wonder draft desert. I want to see what people have done with this. What does it look like? What does it look like? Okay, they kind of use them. Okay. Also, good point from that map maker. Just because it's desert doesn't mean no mountains. Obviously, I mean, they're obviously here, but they might be, like, up against them. That's not the dunes. Might be, like, up against the mountains because that's how sand works, you know? Although he spaced them out a little bit more. It's fine. Did lots of, like, these kind of things. Where it's like down a row. There we go. We get small ones. Beep, pop, beep, pop, beep, pop, pop. Yep, beep, pop, beep, pop. Cool. That looks good. Done. At least it looks good to me. There's not much in the way of trees over here. Maybe there's a reason for that. Save. Look at that. It looks like a real fucking map. Oh, I need to put all the words back to normal. That's right. I forgot I did that. Okay, font color. Huh. Wait, can I just... Box tool. Not what I wanted. I was like, oh, I can just draw a box. Wait, I can do this on all of it. Hold on. I can just draw a box. Sure. Can I edit these? Now that... No, I cannot. I have to do that one at a time. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. At least this way, I won't have to change the color of the fonts constantly. It just looks better. I have to increase the outline or the glow or something, but it's fine. There's a lot of stuff going on now. Silgard, Jotunheim, Norgard, nothing there yet. Kyoshi, and Ryoshima. Whoop. No. There we go. Look at that. Look at that map. Look at it coming along. All right. Good old Pangea. All right, let's get some new things down. Country. I don't know why this saved as 28. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, no curvature. I don't need it. This is going to be the... Or no. Yeah. Definitely gonna need to, like, outline it more or glow it more. Maybe I should curve it and then do one of these. Although none of them have been written like that so far, so it feels a little weird, but... No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Uncurve. Remove curve. City. Forge. And this is Grimge's Anvil. And this is the Nardak Mountain Range. This is gonna have heavy glow. Yeah. And font bigger. This, why isn't the glow on? Where's my glow? There we go. This could do with some more. We'll just maybe 5 glow all of the big ones. Make them a little more readable in some places. It says no glow. What's that about? Alright. Okay, we got Forge Home, Grimge's Anvil. Did I only do one? No, I did 2 stars on everything. Okay. It's Nardak, right? Did I get that right? Narnvok. I did not get it right. Narnvok. Grimge spelled Grimge, though. I'm not crazy on that one. Yeah, Grimge's Anvil. If you know your Warhammer Fantasy, there's a lot of Warhammer Fantasy references in here. Grimge is actually, in Warhammer Fantasy, the term for a dwarf talking about a human. Doesn't have anything to do with what I'm doing with it. Grimge is the name of the dwarven, like, creator god, but still. Or ancestor god, I should say. All the dwarven... I forgot about these. Not dwarven. All of the, like, gods that are of a particular race are ancestor gods, which means that they aren't, like, divine in the classic sense. They sort of had an apotheosis from being, like, incredibly respected to the point of near worship, to worship, by their respective, you know, their respective peoples. Also, earlier I was trying to move Photoshop around with middle click and couldn't figure out why I kept trying to do that. I now understand. It's this thing. This is what was causing me to do that. Okay, can I... Hold on. Pirate ships. Pirate roses. Pirate ships. Interesting. Pirate objects. Why would you want big objects like this? Weird. Pirate buildings, sample colors. See, this is nice. If I were putting buildings down, instantly it'd be like, oh, you want fucking Freehaven or whatever it's called? Here it is. Here's some fucking... Bam. I'm not doing that. This is a buildingless map. I will eventually do, like, if I go and do a detail map of, like, a certain area, that I will do buildings on that detail map. But for this, no buildings. Which is why none of the capitals and stuff have buildings. I decided it was better to just put names. Speaking of capitals and stuff, I almost forgot. We need to put 1 star. I keep doing 2. Actually, it is 2, but it's just in the center. This is Freehold, I think is what it's called. Let me double check that. Freehaven. See, I'm close. I'm gonna curve this one a little bit. Tilt it. Freehaven. And then over here is Solruck, I believe. Let's see if I'm right this time. Solruck. Curve it the other way. Nice. Nice. It's almost the same size as fucking Hunters. Okay. Glow 2. Let's give him a 3 glow. Fuck it. Why not? Nope, don't want that. Okay. Dustrig, Solruck, Freehaven. It's going to be, obviously, places here. Artuga and Zauruk, which, by the way, should look like that, are sort of mirrors of each other. It's kind of what I was kind of going for. It was like, they're very similar. They are sort of like mirrored countries, essentially. Like, you see that, you know. Oh, I put Solrock right on the border. Interesting. Do I want that? Or do I want it over... Hold on. Do I want it over here? I want it over there. We'll put something else here. I don't know what, but something else here. I'm glad I checked. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Necropolis. We're gonna need to... I'm gonna eventually put more cities in and stuff. We're not there yet. Okay, let's look at regions. What areas are unclaimed? We need to redo the Valley of Iron again. Let's do that. Let's do some more region claiming now. Get that back into shape. So the Valley of Iron is this. We're gonna do one of these. Boom. That's the wrong. I want that one. Yeah. Honestly, this one is probably better. I don't know. Hold on. I might go through it. I might change them. But for now, we're going to do what we've been doing. They're claiming all of this. Actually, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're only taking their own mountain range here. Then other stuff can be for other people to fight over. They just want their mountain range. Leave them alone. This is all they are claiming. Not even going all the way. Just enough. Right through the center of the words. There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want. I'm gonna have to go back, by the way, and check my VOD to see if I closed the program myself or if it did just crash. Curious. Honestly, though, it did kind of work out because it gave me that lake, that random lake in here, and other stuff that I was missing, so I sort of thought about it from the beginning again. Sometimes a nice reset, do it again, is exactly what you need. And that's what happened here for this whole world, honestly. It was I had started it with something different, and then my drive died, and I basically had to start over. And once I had to start over, I was like, okay, let's see what can we change. And I've ended up liking it so much better. Also, these are nearly the same color. I'm gonna see if I can make this a little more purple. There we go. Less of exactly the same color. I mean, they can be the same color. It doesn't have to be perfectly, like, you know, whatever. But, like, Ryushima and Dash Krieg are very similar. Actually, I'm going to change Dash Krieg to, like a piss yellow. A very unhealthy piss yellow. Hey, I just drank a Rockstar piss yellow. Yeah, because I want them to lean more into their, like, because aesthetically they very much are the Holy Roman Empire, and I want to lean more into that. Like I was showing earlier with like the pizza hats and the fucking scratchy up looking legs and stuff. Okay. More people will own more things. Is there a place? Is there a country here? Maybe. I know I want that shattered country somewhere here. I need... Like, what would it be? Like an empire? So the gods are missing. maybe it was an empire that was like ruled by a god or something. Oh, fuck yeah, Madeline. Hold on, this song was written by one of the dudes in the band with like a girl that he met like once, and they had like a basically weird long distance relationship. It was a really nice song. I'll not talk over it. Well, I might a little bit. I am streaming. I'll turn it up though. Let's see. Shattered Empire. I like the idea of a Shattered Empire. I could do another Warhammer reference and do God Emperor. Maybe their God Emperor died or something, or was assassinated, and it shattered the whole empire. Yeah, I might do that actually. Put that right here. Okay. The sun, the earth, the wind, the rain, and holding out for change, and all the snow you couldn't let go. You danced atop a train. I'll go wherever you go. I'll go wherever you go. I'll go. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm liking this. So it's gonna be good fucking song. Sorry. We will do, for now, we're just gonna do it in a like a fucking bright green, and then like a neon ass green, and then we'll change it all. There's gonna be a rainbow of colors here. So we're just going to make lots of little countries, and then we're going to name them after the fact. This is how we're doing this. So the idea is that hold on, I'll wait till he goes wherever you'll go. God, that's so green. It's already too big. I want really small countries, like a billion of them in this small area. I want it to look like fucking, you know, Central Europe or whatever the fuck. Okay, and then this is gonna be, I said I was gonna change it after, but this will make it easier for me to tell which each one is, and then I'll go through and make it more reasonable colors. So we can have one that's like, oh, we're the true lineage, or we're the fucking, you know, oh, we're the bastion of law, or whatever, you know, whatever the fuck. Like, each of them has the claim to their fucking, what they believe they own, or that, like, their ruler should be in charge. That's the gist of this whole zone. Like, hey. And it's gonna look so random. Oh my god, that's gonna be so many. That's kind of fun. I might make a couple more a little bigger, but like, I'm gonna do a hard. Hold on. Again, they will not be so neon when we when I'm through with this, but I want it to be really obvious what the differences are so I can keep track of it. And these borders are contested. These are things that, like, definitely contested borders here. So these things are constantly changing. Like right now, this country's pushing into this one, kind of like that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, what does it look like if I fucking... It's real nice. What does it look like if I do all three of these like this? Looks a little messier, but it kind of... No, I kind of like it. It's tough to say. Tough to say. Keep it the way it is for now. Okay. Because I did have it originally as dashes, and then I changed my mind. I'm actually gonna move this slightly more inward. Yeah. That looks like kind of looks like a dick. Whoops. Anyway, oh, you know what? I forgot to get to the. We'll come back to that. No, you know what? We'll do it right now. I need sea green. What is sea green? You know what? Actually, we already have a sort of green. This is like a coral color. It's kind of beachy. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's do the outside first. This is their claimed beach zone. Plus I'm gonna keep it weirdly sperm shaped. It worked last time, so. And it kind of cracked me up. I wish I could export these regions onto like a map of the world just to see like the size of them, because this could be huge. This could be like the size of Cuba or something, and I don't realize it. This map is deceptively large. There we go. Weird tan color. Anyway, back to this. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Blue. Whoops. I want a really minuscule country. Welcome back. We're making fucking neon death over here. Which will be changing. Anyway, how's fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon been? So I was gonna ask right when you left. I was like, hey, Blue, how's? And then you're like, I'll be right back. I was like, shit. Because I only played like 5 minutes of it, but I really liked how the path building was working. It felt way nicer. Like, I literally had paused. This is a nightmare mess over here. Like, I literally paused my park and then came back to it. You know what? This looks so much nicer and doesn't, like, clip. That's it. That's it. It's all going back to the dots. I like the dots more. It's just what's happening. It looks a little less clean, but you know what? I want it. I want it that way. A little less obvious on what's going on. What's this one look like? Nah, I like this. I still want there to be like a border, but oh god, I don't know why I didn't just do this whole area and be like, yeah, there it is. And it looks a little less bad on like weird, like this style where it's like just all of this. It looks less horrendous, you know. Except for more props and stuff. Hell yeah. Do you know how the franchise stuff works? Because I was fucking around and I started one. That's what my first park was. I was like, I'll make a franchise. What the fuck is this? Because I didn't want to do sandbox because then I'd get unlimited money, as far as I'm aware. And I didn't want that. I wanted to still have to worry about money and things like that. But I also didn't want to do career because it's like, oh, these are just challenges. Like, hey, complete this challenge for this already existing park. And I was like, I don't want that either. I want to play, here's an open free park, but you owe money and like that kind of thing. And the best way I could find it was franchise. But it also looked like it was multiplayer in some way. Where I had the ability to like invite people and tag my franchise, and I have no idea what's going on there. But I don't know if it's like if you have people in your franchise, they can also edit like stuff, or if it's more like, hey, they can have a park next to you and you could share rides or whatever, like that kind of thing. I don't know which way it goes. Franchise parks share research and money, as far as I know. I don't know how multiplayer works. Interesting. You know what? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We should give it a go. If you have any friends that are also playing fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, we'll invite them to a franchise. I don't know, you can make one. Make one up. Give it a fun name. Throw me in it. making multiple parks in one franchise. Hell yeah. And I'm curious, because I'm really curious about how it works. Okay, okay. And just have like a franchise going and be like, hey, this is the stupid idiot franchise or something. I don't know. I'm gonna make their borders a little bit in relation to this forest. Like they didn't go into it. I feel like that you could adjust individual points too. You don't have to like just like. In fact, I'm gonna do that again here. Make this go a little bit more towards the forest. So basically what I'm doing here, you were gone when I started doing this, is I'm working on a shattered empire. Like it was an empire, a large empire at one point, and it got absolutely obliterated. In fact, there's an idea. Hold on. Let's just keep the same purple. It doesn't matter. We're changing all the colors anyway. Right here is a nation that's currently fighting for its life against Dash Krieg, who saw that it was like weak and is like invading their space essentially. They're like, hey, you're part of us now. And that's kind of what Dash Krieg's been up to. Like maybe this all used to be part of that empire. It's like this all used to be here, you know, and then it's getting eaten. It's in the process of being obliterated. Maybe as time goes on, I might have this cut off and now it's all Dash Krieg. You know what I mean? Like eventually move stuff around. But yeah, I want to set up I want to see how the franchise works at some point. Set it up with some people. Like I don't know how many people own this game that I know. But I want to see how the multiplayer franchise shit works. It seems neat. Okay, more countries. Let's go. How many do I want is the real question. I'm gonna do a weirdly shaped one. Weirdly shaped. I can't zoom for some reason. It happens when I choose colors. Like randomly, like, you can't zoom. No, that's illegal. No zooming. Not for you. You know what? I'm gonna make this one kind of big. No, it's too big. The point is small. I'm getting distracted. I was gonna make it about as big as the other ones, and I was like, no. Actually, yes. No, hold on. There could be still like one bastion. Like this is what the old empire, the capital used to be, was in this area. And so it's held on a little bit, but the rest of the country has sort of shattered. In the same way that, like, you know, the Soviet Union had a bunch of places, and then, but Russia itself is still quite large, even though it used to be the head of that union. You know? You get me? So this is keeping the name of the original empire. Yeah, I'll give them this island. I was gonna, like, leave it. I don't know what this island is for, as of right now. Something. There's definitely, maybe there's like a temple or something there. I don't know what. Not a port, because they can't get into the fucking... There's a lot of places that are basically cut off from the ports, which is not the end of the world because of how I set up... I didn't talk about it much, but I've changed how the... There's this weird system with... it's a lot bigger than I anticipated it to be. I'll have them cut into it a little bit. There's this weird system with... and this strange little... subset. There we go. It's just as big, but it's part of it's the original empire. Welcome back. Oh, I don't know if you were here. I was saying that we should start a franchise. Because you're the only person I know. You're the only person I know with Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster 2. But also, fucking, what was I gonna say? Empire. So yeah, this used to be one big empire. These are different. They're not, even though they're the same color. Hell yeah. Because I'm really curious, because there was a thing to like invite people, and I was like, what is this? What is this? See, because I've been trying to convince my partner to get Planet Zoo too. I'm like, you know, we could be playing Planet Zoo. Could have a franchise. Okay. But yeah, so that's the seat of the original empire. It's doing its best. It's doing its best. Whoever this is, they're really cutting into people's territories, I've decided. Someone is this forest, by the way. I've also decided. But, I mean, the Empire's been shattered for like 100 years, so things are or longer, you know, 300 years, something like that. It's just the fucking, you know, people, they still hold on to the ideal. They still think that why did I outline that mountain? They do go up to the mountain, but not across it, because the base of the mountain is actually there. Now, culturally, I don't know what to make these dudes. Like, what shorthand? They might not have one. Hey, Vixilion, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. I am making a shattered empire up here. With very bright colors. I just can't get over how bright these are. You can start a single-player franchise and establish a variety of parks in all the available locations, but Planet Coaster 2 franchise system is meant to be a multiplayer experience. In franchise mode, you can build a global theme park empire with your friends, freely visit their parks in real time, try to get your park on the global challenge leaderboard, and try to become successful in locations with special effects. That's cool. I need people to do that with. That'd be cool as hell. Or at least try it for 5 minutes and go, wow, this sucks, and then never do it again. Oh no, yellow would imply. We'll go back to that. I'm trying to find colors I haven't used. And this is going to be the nightmare when I actually want to color it. The non-neon colors. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And if we know anyone else, we can Shanghai into it. Also, sorry, that's a different question. But if we know anyone else, we can Shanghai into it. I would love to fucking just grab a fucking group, set that up. That'd be cool as hell. I would. Here, I will. Set this up. Let's set this bit up. That's another big chunk. They get bigger as they come away from the coast. I started going really small. I was like, oh, really, really tiny. And then I was like, no. We'll put one more here in this mountainous pass area, and then we'll be done with this region of space. And then we'll recolor it all. And, what is this from? Oh, Metopia. I was like, why does this remind me of, like, Monster Cat from fucking 2006? Okay. Cool. Little Shattered Empire. None of it has names. Now we need to change the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Second. War never changes. Hey William, what's up? Question. You can add fog to the bottom of where those mountains next to the blue area because heat rises. Cold areas aren't just bad for flooding, they need massive cold parts. Wait, can you add fog to the bottom of where the mountains next to the blue area? Down here? Because heat rises. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see if fog is an option. I could do like little cloudies. Well, are these colored? Oh, they're inked. I don't want that. I want fluffy clouds. Like that kind of thing? Is that what you're talking about? Like just a, hey, there be fog here. I might have to move some of these trees around, but... like thus. Yeah, hell yeah, alright. Oh, let me turn off the regions for a second so I can see what I'm doing. And then move shit around. Put this under. You know what? I should also put fog in places where it's not the same country. I keep doing that. More on the other side where it's kind of like a bowl. Oh! Oh, I see. I understand now. Yup. Honestly, I might just make that part of this region's identity in a way where it's like foggy over here, you know? I kind of like that one moving through the mountains. Bonk. I might put a couple more like bonk. There we go. Nice. I wonder how many people don't realize staying in low areas is often bad for camping. Probably not that many. I didn't know. Oh. God, it looks like a map. Sorry, I think the minus this area. This needs some cleaning up, but you know, the rest of it looks like a map. Here, 1 second. 1 second. I'm doing a thing before I forget to do a thing. Bump, 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 bump. But so you're sending a message real fast. Cool. All right. Wait, did that pop up? No, we're good. Okie dokie. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jotunheim, region that invented writing, thus why it's called jotting down a note. Kind of funny, actually. I'm not gonna steal that. However, nothing is for sure. Yeah, I wanted some places where you could like read the name and be like, I know what that is. Like you look at Jotunheim and you're like, oh, that's giant, that's Vikings, that's ice. I get it. I understand. You know, I wanted that to be very obvious. Same thing with if you look over here in Ryoshima, I bet you can guess what this area is like. I bet you can guess. With Kyoshi. And over here, Artuga and Freehaven. You're like, oh, pirates. Okay. You know. If you know your King Arthur, you understand Avalon is a King Arthur reference. Like that kind of thing. Is Ryoshima like Utah? Yes. You got it in one. Exactly. You are so right. What a weird song. Move past that. I need to get rid of all my Animal Crossing ones. They're nice, but only a couple of them actually are loud enough to like hear. Most of them are just like dead air. Bugstack stuff though, always good. Always a banger. Didn't even finish that game, but... Right, colors. Okay, let's change the colors of these regions so they seem a bit more reasonable. Okay, what color do we want the original empire to be? Let's go with like a steel, like a not steel, not steel, like a nice blue. Wait, did it get deleted? What happened? You. Did he delete it when I put... Hold on. I'm just gonna have to... I'm thinking the original Empire colors are very, like... Alliance. Why are you breaking? Why are you breaking? Change color. Oh, it didn't like that. Okay. Why not? At least it changes color. That's something. Holy heck. It is not liking whatever... Can I do it here? No. It doesn't like that color. Hold on. I'm going to look this up. Is this a color? Is this a real... No, yeah. That's what I want. Alright. You know what we're going to save real quick? We're going to restart the... We're going to restart the program. Because, something's fucky. Original Empire, that faded yellow of age paper, pictures or film is what I always forget the term for. Vellum, potentially? Potentially. Okay. Let's go back to regions. Click on this bad boy. Can we change the color now? No. Why not? Is it because there's a space here? It killed it again. What the heck? Hold on. Hold on. Let's remove that space. Let's change your color. There we go. That's what I want. Like this, like, sort of steely blue. I don't know why I had to fight so hard for that. Something was giving it trouble. Don't know what. Sorry, I'm making these match up a little better. Cool. So the original Empire is this blue color, and the rest have since fractured. So let's give you like a sort of amber color. Yeah, I want them to be kind of like muted, which is exactly what I'm getting. So that's nice, because I want it to like match the tone of the rest of what's going on. And Dashkiri is like the brightest thing on here. I don't know what these countries are yet, and I might change their color depending on what they're kind of like. It's like a plum. Yeah. Let's go for like a burnt No. Can we get a white in there? What does white look like? We could get it. We could also get an actual like gray. Although we kind of have a gray right next to it. Yeah, we'll get a white in there. It looks like it's blank, but it is not. I might change that one out, honestly. We could get a gold in there. Let's keep it just as far away from other golds as possible. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this color. There's a purple here, there's a gold there, so let's give it like an olive? An olive. Sepia. Ah, yes. Okay, this is a very similar color to Avalon. It kind of makes it look like it is part of Avalon, so I'm gonna take that off. I think that might even be the exact same color I use for Avalon, so that would explain why it does that. Let's go for something else, like a red. There you go. Let's see. What about some more like reddish colors? Is that too close? No, like a bronze. Put another blue in, but probably a different blue. Avalon is a color. Is it? What? Oh, so it is. It's like a teal. I didn't know that. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna keep this one purple because it looks nice, but I'm gonna mute it a little bit. Oh wait, no, there's already purple next to it. Shit, I can't do that. Can we get a what about a really orangey orange? That's the same orange I used earlier. Sorry, I just have a list of fucking just a whole list of hex codes that are in like the same color sort of palette, and I'm just choosing them. Which is why I'm like copy pasting them constantly. Again, that looks like fucking, damn it, it's the same one. Is this red different? Yeah, it's just slightly different. It's just enough that you're like, these are different places, I think. Cool, that's really what I want. Okay, what about this, like a darker color? That is more of like a black, but we don't have one of those yet, so it's something. So this is already looking much more reasonable. Again, Jotunheim and Dash Creek, they're bright. I kind of want them to be bright. I kind of want them to stand out a little bit, but this whole area is going to be kind of dull. Can I pop another red here? Is that the red I just did? Well, I think this is the red I just did. It is. Okay. What about this orange? I think that's above it. No, that's a different orange. Right? You know what? I'm just gonna fucking... Let's make it a... There we go. I don't know why I wasn't doing that before. Just sort of picking colors. I do see a purple I want to use, though. Bonk. Is this the same purple? I think it is. No, it's not. We're good. We're good. It's technically different. Cool. Oh, it's not different enough. Hold on. More towards the pink. Some more towards the purple. Cool. Done. I don't have a name for that region yet, but or yeah, I didn't think it would be just like the Shattered Empire or whatever. I don't have a name for the Empire stuff. Don't forget pink exists. I did forget that pink exists. Thank you. Now there's still all this other room. I don't know what I want to put here yet. I'm still thinking about it. It's tough. We could give these things some names. I don't know. By the way, I don't know if you guys were anyone who was here in the very beginning. I said I picked up I was started to drink Red Bull right at the start of stream. I'm only halfway through it. This is a big fucking. It's like the 20-ounce can is huge. It's huge. I'm gonna be fucking flying off the walls. This is why you pay attention when you order things. Pay attention to how much is in it. It's technically different. It isn't different enough. Me trying to find a word for any dollar store offer. I understand. Have a good D&D session, Panda. Thank you. Kind of like the color. My weird little sperm thing over here. Hold on, we're gonna change that. Let's make it like a more like gold, orangey gold. There we go. That's what we want. It's a little more obvious that it exists. You know, it's too close to the color of the map. Oh, big stretch. Yeah. Okay. What do I want out of the rest of this map? Most of my ideas have already gone into it. I may have gone too big. The Shattered Empire is the thing I wanted. I've always wanted. The Jotunheim thing I wanted. I wanted a dwarven area. Dwarven-ish area. One second. So yeah. You know, for now, while I'm thinking about the rest of the map, I'm just going to start naming these countries, and we'll figure out the rest later. Okay, so the Empire. What's the Empire's name? And actually, do we want to use an existing, like, we could lean on that, like, Russian sort of style, since we're kind of doing a weird Soviet Union thing in a way. Which kind of makes sense for being up here in the north, where it's a little bit more cold. Thinking about that. You know, it's fun trying to explain Tranquil Fury to someone when they've never watched Go Hit. No, I get it. It's not really. It's more that like you're so angry that you don't have the energy to be, you know. Slavic, that's what I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. Original Empire. Let's pull up a translator. You won't be able to see it because I'm too lazy to set up my browser right now. I'm gonna pull up a translator real fast. Let's see, English to Russian, and we'll also do another one for English to Finnish, just to get kind of both. Okay. Crown. What's crown? Because you know, it's an empire. Corona. Okay. Well. We could take that Koro. What's land? Land. Semlia. Is there like country? Strana. Korostrana. Crown country. I almost know it. Like, I do that quite frequently. Like, where I like give it words that are like over here. Ryoshima is Dragon Island, and this is like Kyoashi is like fucking. I know it's like capital city or something. Like it's not an actual capital city. That's Kyoto, but It's, you know, it's there. Okay. It's capital something. Okay. So we're doing the same thing here. Crown country. So Korostrana. Let's see what that looks like. No. Yacht. Koroyat Empire, I don't know. Korograd. No, that'd be the city. I could steal a thing directly from Curse of Strahd, Zarovich. Ooh, I like how the Z looks. Zorlov. Zoro. Zoryalov. No. Zar. Honestly, I like Zarovich. None of my players have played Curse of Strahd. I'm safe. 80. No, it's too big. 60. Glow 3, please. Country. There we go. I want country to actually, like, look right. Actually, it should be 5. Hold on. Country. There we go. Zarovich. So this is the seat of the old empire. Let's do, let's see. Let's make you... We want you to be... Actually, they're all country labels. I will have to reduce them for these, but, Tiromir. I think that's iron, right? Iron. Not at all. Okay. Salev. How do I say that? Shileza. Jesus. I will not pronounce any of that right. I like the T though. Let's do Gelort. How do I say that last word? Железная Ворота. It's fucking hard to say. All right. Железные. I'm just going to call it Железные. And then try and remember how to pronounce that desperately. And fail. Okay. Железные. And let's see. Let's go for... No. Beach. Try coast. Plage. There we go. Plage. Wee. Ozerograd. No. Ozegrad. There we go. It's like a combination of lake and city. Because there's you know what? That's actually going to be the name of the place. I'm going to take the grot off. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Are they feeling Russian enough? Okay, and, Volchoria. Yeah. Volchoria. And then, let's do, Rook. I might or might not be making shit off the top of my head. Okay, do I prick? What's, small? Melinki. Well, that's what this is getting a big name. Melinki. Small, tiny. In fact, I'm gonna take it off a little bit. Melinki. There we go. There we go. That's what we want to see. There's Melinki. And what about forest? Okay, that's really short. Yes. Forest place. Lesnoia Mesta. Vamos to do Lesnoia. No curve, please. And also bigger again. Not that big. You might be wondering why I'm putting them in random corners, not like dead center like some of these. That's because I'm trying to get them out of the way of things I want to label later. Can't name it that. Wait, Red Bull. Red. Krasny, and then Bull separately. Big. Okay. We're doing that, because I just have my Red Bull next to me. Krasny. That's not how Red Bull is just Red Bull, but I am making the words red and bull together. Krasnybik. Krasnybik. Just so it's not just straight up says Red Bull. it's a little bit fantasied. All right. And then what else is on my desk? A wireless sushi mouse for when I want to use my computer on my bed. That's not helpful. Gosh. Wait. I have an idea. This is boy. I don't know exactly what that means, but I took it from a piece of another word. Boy. You know what? I shouldn't have Lesnoy and Boyvoy next to each other. That's kind of... Hold on. Let's rethink this. Oh, doesn't help me. Wait, actually. Hold on. Vorobe. Fun fact for you I've just learned. Vodebe, I don't know how that's pronounced. Hold on. Vodebe, or something, is Russian for sparrow and looks a little bit like verbose. Anyway. Brain rot land. Done. Done and done. That's gonna be this little section right here. Brain rot. Mozg. Rat. Mozgnit. Mozgnit. It looks like it's Mozgnit. There it is. The players will never know. Anyway, it has a portal to the Feywild. Maybe. I don't know how I'm dealing with the Feywild and all the other planes and stuff yet. I have yet to decide. Either way, I need to take a very small break. I gotta use the little bird's room, and I'm gonna grab some breakfast real fast, and then we'll be back. So we're gonna take a very small break. I'm gonna hit you guys. Standing up. Hit you guys with an ad during that break. So thanks for hanging out while that happens. We will be back though in but a moment. 1 second. Hello. I'm back. I'm gonna be eating a little bit while I do this. I probably could have just had the break last longer, but I like to just leave you guys in the dark, you know? So I'm eating a little breakfast while we're sitting here. Okay. So we have the old Zarovich Empire, which was Plaj, Zelene, Olshiat, Melenki, Porok, Volchoria, Krasenbik, Lesnioi, Forube, and Mozgnit. Brain rot's getting eaten. It's getting absorbed. So yeah, that's what's happening there. This doesn't have a name yet. I don't know what I want to call that. The little resort town. I say little resort town, but it's hundreds of miles. But you know, resort country. I want to know what I'm gonna get. Oh wait, this stuff is fucked up. When we get to the point where I'm like writing the information for that, I'm real hyped to like sit down and be like, okay, why did someone sign a contract to lose their to lose their coastline to whatever this is, you know? Like, how much were they paid, or were they paid? Like, were they paid, or was it just like, oh hey, we live here now, you can't do anything about it? Like, that'll be interesting to explore. Love having weird little fucking weird little complexities like that that are just you know, confusing. Sorry, I was so focused on eating I couldn't get the right words. Not confusing, but like something where if a player was handed this map, they could look at it and go, oh, what's that about? You know? Why is that like that? Cool. By the way, I completely, not throughout, but points of interest. Exactly. Thank you, Blue. That's exactly what I'm trying to talk about. I like these islands. What is Avalon doing with these? What is that? You know, that kind of thing. What's happening up here? Well, I haven't figured that out yet. The big lake is within a valley. The other valley. There's a lot of valleys. But yeah, trying to figure that stuff out. Also, I got some trees from Wartaris. I got some like mangrove-looking swamp trees. That's not what I want. Which is exactly what I wanted. I should move them off of the lake a little bit. Oh, they are kind of like lake-bound trees. Honestly, actually, hold on. This might be the secret ingredient to making this look better. Put this stuff in the lake. Maybe add a couple more lakes then. And like really mangrove it up. I don't know. Wartaris is funky. It's a funky place. It was the first country I made. And I really like its concept. So now I need a new concept. I'm out of concepts. And I don't want to just make a country and be like, well, this is this place. It's just generic. Because once you do that, then they're all generic. Like, these all are going to have very similar cultures. They're just going to believe that they are the ones that are, like... This basically is one country, but they just are completely shattered. Yeah. They just all believe that their ruler should be the rightful emperor. And just for fun, I might... I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but I might put the actual Bloodline official... Sparrow, you always get my creative vomit flowing. The phrasing. but thank you. But the phrasing. um, but like, it'd be really funny if it turns out the actual blood lineage of the God Emperor that is dead, is here in Melenki. Like, all these other places, like, oh no, we're bigger, we're best, Darovich, the seat of the empire. And then over here, it's like, oh, Melenki is where the actual, like, just some peasant that, like, was part of a tryst long ago. I don't know. You make me want to put my brain children down. See, it's times like this that, like, I'm kind of sad that I'm a VTuber, because you can't see the face I'm making. I made an expression. It was one of concern, but you can't see it. You can't see it. Occasionally, I get these urges to just throw the VTuber in the trash and go full camera, because a lot of folks just do camera, and the VTuber was originally to get me comfortable with streaming, and I have done camera in the past, but if I do camera, then I have to worry about if I'm showered or not. I have to worry about what my hair looks like. You know, right now my hair is a mess. I haven't shaved in days. Like, I look like an absolute nightmare, but you can't tell. You just see a cute little bird going, you know, and people like the bird. The bird is like part of my shtick, you know? So it's like, that go back and forth on it. What I really probably need is an actual real VTuber model that lets me do facial expressions, like the kind that, what's her name? Girl DM had in the very beginning of her, like, career stuff. She was doing a 3D model. Girl DM does it. Who else? Fucking Pumpkin Potion has a really great model. You do a human familiar thing like Pointy Hat does. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, because I like that. But, basically, Pumpkin Potion has this really great model. So does Girl DM. But the models are basically... Or Girl DM had a 3D model that she liked, and Pumpkin Potions is 3D, I think. But they track really well on your face with Leopit, which is a really nice software, and you can make really good facial expressions and stuff, and I would love to do that. However, getting a model of that caliber in that 3D with the ability to animate in the way that I want it, so expensive. So expensive. And I play Warhammer. I can't pay for that. I pay for my Warhammer. You know what I mean? When I buy random games on a whim, like, oh, I'm gonna buy Planet Coaster 2. That seems cool. And that's why I can't buy a model. But yeah, be cool. I actually already have, like, excuse me, design documents for a model. When I first got set up, hold on one sec. When I first got set up at streaming, excuse me, I wrote down, like, hey, this is the kind of stuff I want. Let's see if I can get a picture of it without letting everyone see into my Discord. Basically, not when I first, I guess this is me transferring the information. I copied it directly from the old, I have a personal notes Discord. And so this is copied from that personal notes Discord, and placed again when I swapped the way the notes were organized. I swapped it into a forums type of Discord, so I could have a forum that says, like, stream notes, and then there's a bunch of forum posts of different note categories, you know, instead of having folders, which I didn't really like. Yeah, it's so fucking useful. Hold on, where's my... No. Is that it? Where'd it go? Where'd that image go? Where'd the image go? History. This one. Open. Okay, and let's see if we can show this window without causing a problem. Windows Photo Viewer. Ta-da! Okay, so you can see my original, like my rehashed one again, but basically it was like a design that was very similar to Shiro from Log Horizon, where he's just like a dude It's just a dude with glasses and a long coat. I thought that was cool. But then I was also looking at like Mume for her like color scheme. She's like an owl and like putting sparrows down and stuff. Like this was stuff. Shiro. What'd I call him? Whatever. Shiro. But it was like, you know, colors. Eyes are green because those are the color of my eyes. Like that kind of thing. Set up this whole thing, but never happened. But I had it written down. And that was the rewriting it down after years of it being in a different format. So, like basically, since the moment I started streaming, I had this idea for when I wanted to eventually upgrade. In fact, it might even still say it in my about page. I don't know, but somewhere in my original about page, I said like, oh, here's my avatar, and here's what the avatar, like what I'm using for my avatar. And then below that, it was like, here's what I'll be using when I get my 3D model, and I just never got around to it. And honestly, I've gotten kind of a, like, I like the 2D model. I like it. It feels like my thing, you know? And multiple people have made me now little plushes of my of my model. So, like, it's my thing now. I don't know. So I just keep it. But some days, I just want to make facial expressions. And I was thinking about, like, if I did do... Sorry, I thought I was done talking about it. I wasn't. If I did do a full model, that I would do it where I would still have the little guy, like, hanging out on my shoulder, potentially. And maybe make him the, like, the voice of chat, or whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. But, yeah. That was a thought. Anyway. What do we want to do with this? Do we have any concepts? Do we have an idea? I'm gonna plumb the depths of chat. Hi, chat. Wow, I've never said that in my life. Oh, wait, you know, we haven't filled out any of this yet. We don't need ideas yet. Think about ideas. We don't need them yet. We're getting there. Okay. This, I think I want to... Okay, I cannot decide. Help me decide. I think I might be overthinking it, but help me decide. So they kind of look like water, like waves. Anyway, help me decide on this desert area down here. I have an area. I have a country called Alkim, which is, yes, short for alchemy. You know, Alkim. They are, you know, I said earlier, the bastion of science and alchemical wisdom and a lot of learning for non-magical things. The question is, do I make them a small city-state that's just around, like literally just like, here, do an example. Let's make them blue just for shits. Like, do I make them like a small city-state like this, where they just own this much, and the rest is unowned? Like it is territory that is so uninhabitable that no one owns it? Or do I give them like, yeah, they own fucking, you know, pretend it's the whole thing, all of this, and they just have one city, but they own the desert or whatever. Maybe they have like research facilities or something. I don't know. I can't decide if it should be covering the whole desert, or if I should just leave space that is unclaimed in the desert, essentially. I don't know. I feel like every country, if they have the option to claim a thing, even if they can't live there, they would still claim it. That's the vibe I get. You can make nomadic tribes. Yeah, I have one nomadic tribe already. They're called the Black Shields. They're kind of funky. They're a nomadic tribe of people that mostly hang out in the Avalon area. But they are... Sometimes they'll make the quick little passage over to the little jaunt. You know what, actually? Hold on. I'm going to make a thing. Symbols. I just had an idea. Bridge is paintable. There we go. Little bridge. It's a little bridge, but it can be, like, sailed through. Anyway, sometimes we'll make the passage over into, you know, Old Zarovich. To fight. Basically, the Black Shields are a nomadic tribe of, like, single nomadic tribe. There's only one. Well, actually, it might split up. But the point is that they're nomadic tribes of people who are mercenaries. They grow up as mercenaries. They're born within the tribe. They continue to, like, make their money off of being mercenaries. And and they just sort of go to places where there is war. Avalon has a lot of war because of the... Oh, there's still trees on this. Avalon has a lot of war because of the all the petty kings that basically are constantly fighting over territory in here. Avalon puts on the face of being a unified country, but quite honestly, Avalon is very similar to what's it called in style? It's very similar to Old Zarovich in the way that they're constantly fighting over stuff. Should play with that more later. The point is that they make their money off of being mercenaries, so they go from place to place where people are fighting over territory, depending on where the biggest war is happening or whatever, who calls them. So yeah. So I kind of I have some nomadic tribes. I might re-nomadic tribe them here. But I do want to do something with this. I do want to have a big city of some kind that's like, hey, this is... I need to give it a name. I think I might just call the city Alkeem. Instead of it being a country, make it a city. We'll start there. Hold on. Let's start with labels. We'll work on other stuff later. Country. And I'm giving it, even though it's technically like sort of country, I'm also giving it the capital icon. It's by the one piece of water, by the way. Like the one oasis in this entire fucking desert. Like Ravnica. Yeah, it's a city-state. That's what I'm saying. It's a city-state. But my question was, does the city-state does it try and claim territory outside of itself? Or is it just like, hey, this is Alkeem, and that's it? I might just do, hey, this is Alkeem, and that's it. Then the rest could be nomadic tribes. Okay. I need a color, a hex code for Alkeem. Like a bronze? Yeah, I like that. It's kind of deserty. It's kind of like... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So they just have claim of... The city-state just has claim over this little area. Which is still more space than some countries over here. But this is basically all they have claim to. I'm going to double check the distance on that. Map scale units. So, yeah, 157 miles. It's 21,000 square miles. Let's see. Let's look at the U.S. states by size and square miles. So 21,000 square miles is about the size of just a little under West Virginia. Which is more of a state than a city-state. But, yeah. Maybe there's an archaeological thing where there used to be an ancient civilization that's long buried in the sand. West Virginia's pretty big. Yeah, I did make this pretty big. As soon as I made it, I was like, that's a little big. Alright, we're gonna redo this one. Regions. Just gotta redo that. Let's make it just this fucking little oasis. We'll put the label, like... Excuse me. Here. But that way, if I ever get rid of, like, regions... Or labels... Labels and regions... Yeah. So, this little place is where that is. It is the only place in that area that is pretty much... The song was horrible, but I loved it. It wasn't it? I always go back and forth on the Metopia stuff. Like, oh, this is awful. But you know what? Like, you know what? It's actually pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to leave the rest of this unclaimed. People don't want this desert shit. I'm not going to claim their research outposts. There will be research outposts, but they're not going to be... or like little tiny, like, outposty areas, but I don't think they're going to be claimed by Alkeem as like their territory. This map of these lines are basically just what people claim their territories are, and so I'm trying to keep to that essentially. And they only want their city space. They don't want the rest. They don't need to be stewards of the desert or whatever. It's not something they're interested in. It's just a nice empty space for them to do their research. And I like your idea about the ancient civilization thing. It's possible that maybe a lot of their like technology and stuff that they come up with is because they find it in the sands. You know, like there are places where they find like, oh, there's this thing, like a much more technologically advanced society lived here. Maybe it's desert because they did something and they glassed the area essentially. I don't know. Thoughts? Or like caused one of the gods to get angry and bury the Zerurian desert. Who knows? Because the gods were very active for a long time. It's kind of weird that they're gone now. I still don't like this tree setup. I'm gonna have to fuck with this. I also need to put rivers in. I just realized I didn't put any rivers in. I never like how rivers look in Wonder Draft. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, if I'm doing anything wrong, but they never feel right. I'm gonna have to look at some other Wonder Draft maps. I want to see their fucking... Oh my god. I should not have looked this up. I looked up Wonder Draft map examples, and someone has made some beautiful fucking maps. Holy shit. These are so good. Look at these rivers. Okay, they don't always go to the sea. Sometimes they lead into lakes, though, or they come from lakes. That's good to know. That's good. That's good thinking. Yeah, the Discord is also full of great stuff. God damn. And there are roads as a thing, which I have not set up yet. I don't know if I will. I might be like, hey, there are roads here. But we will see. There's no like, I see someone else using like star symbols. There's no like built-in like star, like basic symbols, right? It's all like actual pictures of stuff. Yeah, I'd probably have to go download. Yeah, okay. Just curious. Because then I could put like little stars and like, hey, this is a city. Because I do want to do that. I'm gonna see if there's a thing on cartography. Wait, hold on. I'm looking under symbols. I can't find them anywhere. Are they custom assets? Custom assets. What is happening here? What is happening here? I could use text. I just realized. Hold on. Alt code star. Hold on. I just grabbed text. Label. Text. That did not show up. Alt 9733. Didn't like that either. Alright. Noted. Where M? Where M? I want my stars. I want my dots. It's not under symbols. Oh wait, in the symbols tab, there should be a thing called custom colors. Okay, advanced. That's just colors, right? Where the default city icons are. Custom colors. Oh my god. Oh my god. I found it. Fuck yes. Alright, I can get rid of the little stars next to the name now. Okay, Necropoli. I'm gonna... I actually wanted to put it right here, so we're gonna move the Gonna move the text around a little bit, but this is great. This is fucking great. This is where King's Rest is, and Freehaven is here. We're gonna have to move the text, but because I usually put the text directly where I wanted the capital to be. Okay, Avalon's there. Orchholm is here. We have, oh, this is great. We got Norgard, Sidelgard, Kyoshi. Actually, put that here, and then we'll adjust. Fuck, yes. Discoveries abound. Okay. Labels. Glad I looked up an example map and was like, wait, how do I get that? Wait. Right, King's Rest. Cropoli. You. Go here. Oh wait, let's edit this so we remove these because we don't need that anymore. And now that there is a star there to indicate capital, I do not need to add my own stars. God, it already looks so much better. And I'm gonna put roads in. It's gonna be great. I gotta probably gonna wait to do the roads and stuff until we're gonna wait to do roads and stuff until I have everything, all the countries and regions that I want, and all the towns and things probably. Oh, I didn't put a star here. All right, we'll put that there, and then Dashkrieg. Das capital of Dashkrieg. Symbols. Fuck. Oh, fuck yes. Boom. Heck yeah. Holy shit. Anyway, back to text. I've never used, I haven't used that much Wonder Draft, because usually I'm just doing Dungeon Draft for, you know, dungeon making. But for now... But this is the first time I've really, like, explored a lot of the options here, and I'm sort of learning as I go. And it's very nice. And Wonder Draft is what got me into, like, oh, what Dungeon Draft exists, you know? I never got Wonder Draft to feel right, and I'm finally understanding like how to make stuff feel real. Before it really just felt like I was sitting there painting it, you know. Probably unnecessary to put this whole ass bridge here, but you know what? It's a big important thing. It needs to be there. Okay. Oh, I can get that. Oh, fuck yes. Hold on, wait. Symbols. Bonk. Honestly, I'm gonna make this one slightly bigger. Because, I like to make it a little more obvious. Especially because it's a very similar color to the rest of the, everything. Okay, regions? Oh, beautiful. Look at that. You can tell what's going on. Oh, didn't change Forge Home. Nice. And now we can have little paths. Oh, I'm not gonna do the paths till later, but I'm so happy that they're there. Okay. Put the regions back on. Oh, I'm gonna do paths, and we'll do fucking rivers. We'll do the rivers through the paths, and if the paths have to go over a little bridge, we'll put a little bridge. Oh, yeah. You can't see, again, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm doing a weird little dance. Because I'm in standing mode right now for my desk. Okay, new concepts. Force yourself to think of new things. Hurry up, think of things. That always works. What other options do we have? could do Mongolian stuff, like some steppes. I don't feel like it. I don't know. I'd rather just put that as part of Kiyoshima or Ryoshima. Just have like a whole section that's like, oh, this is where the horse archers are. That's weird. Ooh, okay, hear me out. Okay, I've got an idea for something here. Quick, give me... What languages have I not used yet? Something that's not going to be really obviously like, oh, that's this. It's the word I want to use. Gosh, there's a lot of languages in Google Translate. What about salt? Alas. About Latin. It's probably salt again. Sol. Yeah, that's what I thought. So in French it'd be sel. Okay. Yeah. So no Latinates. I was thinking about it. Where do they get their salt? Right? I was sitting there like, okay, what if I'm leaving think of salt? Do we want to get it from the ocean? Yeah, we could, but the ocean is very angry a lot of the times. Why the sirens exist as a people. So let's give a place with some salt flats or whatever, and we'll just like put it here. You know, for whatever reason, this area has some salt flats going on. Honestly, I might just expand Dash Creek to here, then make... Yeah, we're gonna do that. Give Dash Creek some coastal stuff that's not just here. Although I did like the fact that they had expanded, like, down in this weird line. They obviously started here and went across. I don't know. Let's give them some more space. Regions. Let's just do this. Give them a little more space along the coast. Here. How far do we want that to go? Basically all the way down. Not all the way, but you know what I mean. I want Dutch Creek to be more obviously expansionist. They're huge, and I want that to be like a whoa. Hold on. Guys, you have enough territory. Cut it out. Stop being little weirdos to your neighbors, alright? There we go. And then, no, it's a little, again, I was trying to make it weird for the sake of like, oh, obviously this was shaped by war, but, you know, it's hard. Okay. And this whole region right here can be whatever the salt flat area is. They're like, oh, we are in control. Like, their whole thing is just farming salt. People don't live very long. Life sucks there. Nigerian. Oh, thank you. I didn't see that. I'll do it right now. Does Nigerian have a different name? The official language is English. So that's not helpful. Hausa is a language, though. That's the thing they speak. Hausa. Gishiri. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Gishiri. Gishiri is the land of salt, and it sucks to be there. People die so quickly, and they just get desiccated to nothing. And they live right... Oh my god. Hold on. We've come across an irony. Salt flats. Salt flats. Right? They have a horrible time here. And, they live right next to this area, which is a tropical, nice beach. And over here, salt, shitty beach. Bad. No good. All of this coast, bad beach. This, good beach. Excellent beach. Like Hawaii-ass beach. Why? Because it is magic. I don't know climate. Leave me alone. The point is that these people are suffering constantly. Like, maybe, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they are just struggling in life with the salt and making sure everyone has enough salt. Maybe there's even some good old fashioned slavery going on, or maybe it's like prison populations or whatever gets sent here. The point is, the people who are here don't live very long because they're constantly surrounded by salt and never have enough water, and they're just kind of suffering. So I'm gonna get rid of these trees. But they live right next to a beautiful beach that's like a resort beach that they can never access because it's for like the wealthy, and the people who are buying their salt essentially for their countries will show up here and hang out in the resort beach country, but they can't go because it's been bought essentially by the wealthy. Like, they own the good beach part. Not allowed to go there anymore. We got something. There's always got to be a caveat. I always want a thing, you know? I want it to be like, oh, it's not just an area. This area has something to it weird. And maybe the actual capital is up here outside of the salt flats. Yeah. Dutch Creek has a little bit of the salt themselves. Whoops. Okay. So, the name of this country, we're just going to label it right now. We're going to call it, we wrote this down. In Hausa, Gishiri, country, which is Hausa for salt. Make it bigger. It's a big place. And then the capital, city. This song is awful. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Oops. It's gonna be over here-ish, and it's gonna be called, Babirni. Maybe, I don't know. Babirni, but that sounds a little more Hindu than I want. Kudi. Kudi's Kadi. Oh my god, wait a second. Hold on. Where does his name come from? Okay, it's part of his last name. Anyway. Money. Sorry, I got totally distracted in a little weird rabbit hole like Kid Cudi? I don't know how to say his last name. Anyway, the point is, the rapper. I got distracted. Let's do Kudigari. There we go. That seems right. And it is, I want to say it's here. It's far enough away from Dosh Creek's expansion, but it used to be bigger, and Dosh Creek is sort of just taking the good land at this point. Dosh Creek is a problem. Dosh Creek as a whole, they identify as a problem. That's their thing. Yo, Verb, you watched Settled Latest vid? No, I haven't. I saw that it was up. I saw he finally put one out, and it's the finale for fucking Nightmare Mode. Don't spoil it. I haven't watched it yet. I was gonna watch it today. It's a masterpiece. Hell yes. Hell yes. Okay. I figured with how long it was taking, it was gonna be. Okay, regions. Salt flats. Let's make this an awful gray color. Okay. This place, fucking Gishiri has never heard of any PPE ever. What's that? No. Why would we do that? That's just waste of money. And if we waste the money, we can't make the money, so. Human rights? No. No, 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 no. None of that, please. That's expensive. Maybe that's why they sold. Maybe they needed some money or something, and or the government was just like, yeah, we don't need that beach. It's not useful. It doesn't make money for us. Didn't see the potential for tourism, and sold it to like somebody in the government that did see the potential. Like it broke off from them, so it's still the same. It's the same sort of like, oh, we have, like whoever the oligarch. This is what's happening here. The oligarch of rich folks for Kishiri, basically, one of them said, hey, I want to start my own country out of the beach that we don't use. Can I have the land for, it was a huge amount of money. And they were like, yes, feel free, have the useless land. And they turned it into a tourist destination, and they were like, shit. So they're mad about it. But, they can't do anything about it because contracts. Oh, fuck. Oh, well, I can fix it. Oh. Getting a phone call from a place I don't normally get phone calls from. That's weird. How strange. Probably spam. If I had to guess. Weep, weep. Wow, that fucked up the entire... Can I fix this? Because the thing is wrong. Damn it, I'm gonna have to redo it, won't I? Fuck. Oh. Did it remove it? What happened? For a second I thought I put it on the rest of the map. Hold on, we're backing it up. It's gonna end up removing the whole thing. Yep. If I do it again. P.S. I'm gonna start over here this time. Thankfully, the borders that are on coastlines are much easier to use because I just sort of hand waved those, and so I can kind of hand wave them again continually onwards. I'm like, oh, this amount, this thing, and I just kind of follow that. Then I get to the borders that are on the coast, and it's like, fuck. I want it to kind of match. Well, I missed that. I missed that a little bit, but it's fine. We'll come back to it. Yeah, so what happened the first time why I right-clicked and caused that to, like, suddenly shoot across was I just, like, twitched. Or you can double-click and do the same thing, apparently. Cool. Love little hand twitches that just keep making me restart. Okay. We're on it this time. No hand twitches. We're very careful about our placement. We won't fuck it up a third time, right? Right? See, this is where if I were editing a video, I'd put the word foreshadowing all up. But anyway. There's no way it could be fucked up yet a third time. Honestly, I'm just thinking about it. I might grab some outposty stuff, and in some places where I don't want to put anything, I might have some, like, Dosh Creek claimed territory, essentially. Like, in random fucking, like, an outpost randomly, a small section of country carved out in someone else's country. Because, again, they identify as a problem. Though they're not bad guys. They're not like, oh, we're trying to murder everybody. They are. God, how did I fuck those lines up 3 in a row like that? They are trying to, like, hey, we want. They are basically aesthetically, like I said last time, it's aesthetically Holy Roman Empire and empire-wise regular original Roman Empire. Like, that's their whole shtick. Cool. Let's give this a very similar name because it's of the same people. Labels. Bakinteku. Bakinteku. I'm just gonna call it Baku. I do this stuff all the time where I have 2 words. I'm like, Bakinteku, it means beach in Hausa. And then I go, Baku. Wait, that means stupid. Hold on, wait. Bakeku. It sounds a little Japanese. Maybe there's some influence there. Who knows? Can I make this bigger, though? Maybe a little curvature? Where's my glow? Why is it always getting rid of my glow? Give it back. Give back the glow. Bakeku. 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 And you'll notice I haven't been putting any of this into my notes. They'll get there. I'll open up the map and go to my notes and go, okay, what needs to be written down? And they have a capital over here. Kyoto. Now I'm not telling you what words I'm typing, but Kyoto. Oh, yep. And then we do symbol, boom, custom colors. Oh, I love these. I love these. This is great. Fucking love it. Cool beans. These places need capitals. We'll get there. I'm getting close to my pumpkin time, honestly. Not just, like, mentally, but also actual time I have to go soon. Because I have work today, and I'm paying attention to it this time. Unlike that one stream where I just, like, realized I had work 5 minutes before it started on stream. That was fun. you're curious about that, go check out my VODs channel, where you'll find a VOD where I'm playing Pacific Drive. And if you ever want to see someone evaporate out of stream so fast, that's there. Where I went to the bathroom on like a break and came back, I was like, oh shit, I've got work in 5 minutes, I gotta go, and I just fucking disappeared. Yeah. I was very late, by the way, in case you were curious. Update. So very late. So very, very late. I work an hour from where I live, so I had to call. You can call late for my job. You're like, hey, like up to like 4 hours late or something. You can be like, hey, I'm gonna be this amount of late. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna be 2 hours late, and I still was almost late to my 2 hours late. It was just like traffic was bad, and it just sucked. Anyway. So, yeah, I think this might be it for me for today on this. I was maybe going to play a game, but I think I'm going to have to do that later. But we got a lot more done, and the map doesn't look as blank anymore, which makes it feel more like, it makes it easier to think about like what, like the geography kind of influences stuff. Like I never would have made it this shape if the mountains weren't here, you know? So next time I do one of these, I'm definitely going to do geography first, completely, and then do countries after that, after the fact. Because they're a lot of times based on the geography, right? Like, you know, Chile is the shape that it is because it's against mountains or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's those things are affected by that. So something else, a couple of some things need to go here still. I don't know what yet. I'm going to leave most of the desert unclaimed. I think up to here. Like this will probably be a thing. This will probably be a thing. I need 3 more countries of some kind. I don't know what to make them. I'm going to have to put some symbols here to indicate the salt flats, but I don't know what yet. I haven't gotten there. I have to look through the symbols and see what I have. I'm just kind of talking out loud so I can think through the process. Yeah. So a desert will be unclaimed. This needs some claiming. And then it'll be done. And well, not done. Then I can start building roads and rivers and bridges and things and put the details in so it looks like a map. And there's also going to need to be more cities here. I might also avoid putting names on some of the cities. Like I might put cities in, like notable cities in, and I'm not gonna put any villages in. Like if you're in Avalon and you come across like, you know, welcome to, I don't know why they're southern, but welcome to Hogsmeade Village. I know that's Harry Potter. Ignore that part. Welcome to Hogsmeade Village. We're so cool. You're like, okay, but it's not on the map because it's a village. You know, unless it's unless the town has its own inn. And or like it needs an inn, it needs like a store, it needs stuff to be a town that's on the map. Yeah. So it's also possible I might put towns in, like I might come through with a dot and be like, oh, there's obviously a town here. Right? What is that called? I don't know. When my players get there eventually, I'll let them know. Or I'll just make shit up and then it's always the balance of like how much do you want to make up ahead of time for it to make the world feel more like existing already beyond the players, and how much do you want it to like not exist until they get there so that you have room to like make story for them. I don't know if you can hear that I'm moving a lot when I'm standing. Apparently I gesticulate a lot with my body. I don't stream and stand that often, it turns out. I've just learned this. There's a lot of like dancing happening on the balls of my feet. Anyway. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for saying hello. Thanks for hanging out with me. And thanks for helping build some of the map out. Next time I stream, I don't know when it will be because I'm busy on the weekend. Tonight I have work. I have work at 10 p.m. tonight. Thank you. Thanks. Sorry. I have work at 10 p.m. tonight till like 5 a.m. So I'm kind of going to be done on Thursday too, because it'll be so tired. If I do a stream at all, it'll be in the evening, but we'll see. I don't generally do those. And then on the weekend I'm busy. So my first day that I might be able to stream again is Monday, probably. Or Friday, actually. I could potentially stream Friday, but something is in the back of my head that says, hey, you're busy Friday. I don't remember what it is. So hopefully whatever it is reminds me. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I will catch you guys later. Sorry again for the long break that I had fucking before. I just got hella busy. Anyway, goodbye. What is here? It's supposed to automatically cut me off after a certain amount of time. I didn't set my timer this time, so I have no idea when it's gonna like cut me off. Basically, pull out a little. Sorry, I had an idea. A little animation of like a hook that pulls me off the fucking screen. Anyway, see you guys.